SLO assessment calculation sheet allows us to aggregate SLO achievement data from various course sections. It can be shared with all the faculty who are teaching the course, and it's really important because in order to inform curricular updates for continuous improvement, we really need to be considering student achievement from across ideally all, but at least multiple sections of a course. So this sheet allows us all to come in here and to pull our achievement scale data that's showing in Llama 2 now, and we can look across courses in our program to really make those curricular changes. So let's just kind of go through this form. The first thing I'll call your attention to is this notice about gray cells. So anything that's shaded gray usually has a formula in it. There's no need to input anything in there. These are all auto-calculating. So please don't edit anything in the gray cells. And then also, if you need help adapting this form, um, knowing how to interpret the data, how to input your data, any kind of questions, please contact Amy. She will be more than happy to work with you on assessment or anything related to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the CRN for my course. I'm going to put in the number of students I had complete the course. Again, this is going to be different across sections. Obviously, we have differing enrollment. And so 75% of achievement in this course is not going to be the same number of students as 75% in this course because of enrollment differences. And we have formulas to handle those calculations over here. So here I'm going to input my achievement data. Again, that'll be displayed in Llama 2 since we've aligned everything, mapped everything, and we've got those showing up in Llama 2 now. This 100% check column is just checking us to make sure that we've input the data properly. So if I say that I have 80% of students getting it and I have 22% of students who did not get it, it's going to tell me, no, that's not 100%. Go back and make sure that you don't have a typo here. And I realize, oh, no, that was actually 20%. So again, just a quick check. Maybe I've got 70, 30. I've got 78 and 22, so on and so forth. All I do is just manually enter those percentages that are showing up in Llama 2. Then once I've entered all of my SLO data, I can come down here and I can see all of the aggregate data, the totals in terms of percentage and actual students, number of students for each SLO. So I can see that for SLO 1, 77% of students enrolled across all of these course sections have achieved SLO 1, which constitutes right now 46 students. And then I see 23% did not achieve SLO 1, or 14 students out of a total of 60 students. Again, that's the 35 plus 25 that we're reporting on. And so in looking across this data, this is where we can start to say, okay, we have a benchmark maybe of 70%. Here's an issue where we're falling a little bit below our benchmark. Only 67% of students have achieved SLO 2. Let's take a look at our curriculum. Maybe even if this is part of a program, could we introduce this SLO earlier in the program, or can we reinforce it somewhere within this course? Maybe we can talk about the different ways we're assessing this SLO and make sure that we're actually targeting the SLO and assessing it thoroughly. But this is just where the conversation begins. And that can be really, really helpful. It's important to not just look at our single course, but to look at all of our student achievement across all of our sections so that we can inform continuous improvement. Now, this particular view is for anyone who's using the 2-point scale. I think the majority of people are currently using the got it or not yet 2-point achievement scale, but there is a tab for the 4-point scale. So if you are a program or a course that's using the 4-point scale, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 are all accounted for, but we have gone ahead and color coded from 70% beyond and 69% and below as sort of a got it and not yet situation. But there is all 4 points in this particular view. And again, you'll have all 4 points in the total calculations. So yeah, really, really important go ahead and add your data in there. Share this with anyone else who's teaching your course, anyone who's coordinating the particular course. And this can be a really, really powerful way to start those conversations when it comes to continuous improvement.